Hello guys, it's Kumar K, your favorite teacher for DSA plus OA plus CP. Previously, I worked at Amazon and Mia.net as a software engineer, and now I spend most of my time in guiding and training lovely students like you. I know that most of you people, many people are, thousands of people are giving their Amazon online assessment for SD intern role, SD1 role, and SD2 roles. And Amazon is asking very difficult OA problems in September and August. So, guys, I am trying my best to record the video solutions of multiple Amazon OA as much as possible, and I will try to post as many videos as I can on this channel. So, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Also, guys, I'm going to attach many useful resources to prepare for your upcoming Amazon online assessment and the best warm-up course for DSA plus OA plus CP. Let's go to the video, and please guys know that this video is 30-minute long. Please put your full attention and full focus and watch it with all your strength so your DSA OECP skills can improve. So your main skills to solve hard and seen DSA problems in Fangam OA and Fangam interview can improve, because these days all the companies are asking new problems. So you need to build the metal for it. Okay, so now let's go to the video solution. Ram Ram. So hello guys, with the name of God, Ram Ram. Now, guys, the placement season is going on. Many third year students and fourth year students, either they have not done up to the mark preparation, or they have done 200, 500, 700 standard easy medium DSA questions from the lead code, GFG, and mainly the influencer DSA sheets. And now they are feeling very trapped. Why? Because they are trying for off-campus internship jobs, on-campus internship jobs, and all the high-paying companies, good-paying companies, FANGM companies like Amazon, Google, and many more. Their online assessment happens on HackerRank, and the questions they ask are hard and unseen in nature. Now, 99% of students have not practiced and trained on questions like those. Okay, so they face lots of problems. So for people like them, what we do is that we give them the best roadmap to be followed in the shortest amount of time, so they can quickly generate results in their online assessments, okay, and in CP, and also for the Fangam type interviews, and even the other top tech company interviews. Okay, so there is special offer on September code for college students. You can check it out. Also, the batches are different for beginners versus intermediate versus advanced in DSOECP, and also separate training and separate batches for working professionals. Okay. So please make sure that you keep on improving yourself, and you can check the links which are given in this document. Now, guys, I have also made a plan that I am going to make more and more Amazon OA video solutions, because I know thousands of people are giving Amazon OA for their Amazon SD Intern, SD1, and SD2 roles, and similar questions do get repeated. So it's my duty to solve as many questions as possible and show it to you. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe the channel if you want this continued effort from my side. And also, one more thing which I had to tell you is that I have some very hard and nice questions which were recently asked in Amazon SD intern interview and Amazon SD1 and SD2 interview. If you want my next videos to be on those questions, these are the new questions. They are not available on LeetCode GFG. If you want my videos to be on those type of questions, you can let me know in the comments. I am going to make the Amazon SD intern and SD1 interview videos. Okay. So hello guys. As we know that my students keep on getting selected in Amazon all the time. Okay. You can see the selections here, right? Looks so nice. One student cracked 51 LPA off-campus SD offer in July. Then other student did it in August. Now the September Amazon selection is also coming. I'm going to post its podcast video. Guys, this is the best Amazon OA roadmap video for 2025, the document. Okay, so make sure you go through it. It will really help you. It is really unique. It's really going to help you. And our program link, you can check it out here. It's also very helpful. Never worry when you're trying to seek help. You should always seek help when it's needed, at the right places and at the right time. Okay, one more Amazon selection. Now, guys, when I'm trying to explain you this Amazon OA solution, I want you to know that you need to complete this best level, best warm up DSA plus OA plus CP course in our country, India, Bharat. Okay. When I'm teaching, there will be multiple concepts and patterns which I'm going to explain, which are already given in this course. So if you do it properly now, you will at least have the strength to understand the solution of any DSA or ACP problem. So please do it before watching my video. Before I start this video solution, you need to go complete this course, because I am going to use some terms which are going to be from here. And you will not understand the hard level or high level trick if you have not done these things. So please make sure you do them. Okay. Like yesterday, only one of my students cracked Amazon OA, because you can see today he wrote Subhash, my lovely student. Today was my Amazon OA, and exact same question is in course. So guys, basically I have solved like 100 to 200 Amazon OA. Their detailed video solutions are there in our 851 hour course. So many of our students keep on cracking Amazon OA and interview all the time. Just because I'm working hard, what I'm doing is I'm keeping full track of each company's latest OA and interview problems, and I keep on updating the course and training or depending on that basis. Also, guys, we provide daily Fangam referrals, like my student Anjuel got Microsoft SD referral. Okay. Now let's go to the problem. The problem is code question 2. Okay. So you can see that how they have made up this big story. So whenever you're trying to solve FangMOA problems which are giving you a high package, you just need to possess two skills. The first skill is English comprehension skills. They will try to give you large paragraphs. They will try to confuse you by writing some obscure English statements. You have to deal with the obscurity, and you have to get it clearly abstract. You need to understand what the problem is actually asking you. Once you can summarize it in 1 to 2 lines, like in lead code GFG, we have the problem statements clear in 1 to 2 line. But here you have to go to that English comprehension, and the next part is this is going to be a hard unseen DSA question which you have never seen before. So for that, you need to do lots of OA plus CP training question practice, or you can do our 851 hour course and the daily live training, okay, which is very structured and gives you the results very fast. So, like they are saying that there is conjugates. A is conjugate of B, B is conjugate of A, C is conjugate of D, D is conjugate of C. That's their rule. So, a string is conjugate only if these two conditions are satisfied. Okay. So, guys, when is a string conjugate? When is a string valid? String is valid if its permutation exists, which is conjugate of the original string. String T1, and guys, please make sure you watch this video fully. It's going to give you immense value, I can guarantee you that. So please watch it fully and put your 100% attention and focus on it. Okay, increase your attention span. String T1 comma T2 are conjugate if these bonds can be created AB or BA or CD or DC at each index. Okay, so guys, how will you know if this string, let me give you a lovely string AABB. How will you know if this string is valid? How will you know if this string is valid? Can you rearrange this string in such a manner so that all the bonds are AB vertical bonds or they are BA vertical bonds? Can you rearrange your string in such a manner? Yes, AABB can be rearranged as BBA. Now you guys can see all the vertical bonds are either AB vertical bonds or BA vertical bonds. So that's the meaning of a valid string. A valid string in layman's term is a string which can be rearranged in such a manner so that all the bonds are AB or BA. But guys, there is C and D bonds also allowed. The string will only contain A, B, C, D. So if the bonds are CD or DC, then also it's okay. I love teaching DS. I'm so passionate about all this. So Ram Ram, let's check this one. Is this a string as a whole valid? What do you guys think? Yes. Why? You can rearrange it in such a fashion such that all the bonds are AB bonds or CD bonds. It can be in reverse also. BA and AB bonds, you can, understand it like same only. And CD and DC bonds, you can, assume it like same only. So these two B's I can use here, right? BB, and these two A's I can use here, right? AA. Here C I will use this D instead. I've rearranged the string. This C I will use here. So guys, can you see I have rearranged this string only, and I have got a valid rearrangement. If you are able to generate like this, now see all the vertical bonds are AB or BA or CD or DC. If you are able to do this, then you call the original string as a valid string. Now they did not tell it so clearly. They made it very, very difficult. They made it really, really very, very difficult. Just a second, wait. They made it very, very difficult. You can see like so many paragraphs. Like there are 10 pages of this problem. I've only uploaded one of them for now. Okay. So, Ram Ram. Now we need to increase our focus. Okay. So I will give you one more string. Tell me if it is a valid string or not. AAB. Is it valid? If pause for a minute and think about it. No. Why? You only want AB bonds or BA bonds, right? Or CD or DC, but there is no CD, so forget about that. This A needs a B to survive. Okay, B you have written here. This B needs a to survive. Okay, you have written here. But this A needs a B to survive. But you cannot write BBA. Why? Because BBA cannot be generated from AAB. AAB means what you have at your disposal is that you have two occurrences of A, guys, and you have one occurrence of B. So one occurrence of B I am using here. So this got used up. Now I have two occurrence of A. One occurrence of A I am using here. Okay, all the valid bonds created. Now I am only left with one occurrence of A. I have to forcefully use A here. And now AB bond is correcting. BA bond is correcting. AA bond is not allowed. So this is an invalid string. So hopefully by now you have understood what is a valid string, what is an invalid string. Now the question is asking you how many valid strings are there. For example, this is valid. Why? CD can be rearranged as DC. Now all the vertical bonds are CD or DC only. CCDD is also valid. Why? Because it can be rearranged as DDCC and all the vertical bonds are CD or DC or AB or BA. Now the question is asking you how many substrings are there in a strings which are valid. How many substrings are there in a string which are valid? That's what they are asking you. So now what will you do in this case? Will you sit and cry? No, 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 no. Think about it. What will you do? You can always do great stuff. I love you. So now let's increase the focus as much as we can. How to know the valid substrings? But before that, guys, can you do some observation? When will be a string valid? First of all, when will be a string valid? A string will be valid if and only if the frequency of A is equal to frequency of B in the string, and the number count of C is equal to count of D, because only then the valid bonds can be created, right? They are asking you now the number of valid substrings. So like if I try to create a string with you which is A B B C D. Now, which substrings are valid? Substring means a contiguous part of a string. Is this part valid? Only A is valid? No. It cannot be rearranged to make a proper conjugate. Basically, it does not have equal. A string is valid only if the frequency of A in that string is equal to frequency of B in the string. And frequency of C in the string should be equal to frequency of D, which is not happening here. Is this substring valid? Is the substring from 0 to 1 valid? No. Because frequency of A is what? A is coming 2 times and B is coming 0 times. This is not congruent. No, 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 no. Is 0 to 2 valid? No. Because A is coming 2 times, B is coming 1 time. Is 0 to 3 valid? Yes. Why is 0 to 3 valid? Because it is satisfying both the condition. A is also coming two times, and frequency of B is also 2, which is equal. And here in 0 to 3, frequency of C is 0. C is not coming here. And D is also not coming. So frequency of C is equal to frequency of D. Frequency of A is equal to frequency of B. Now, while teaching this question, I assume you guys have done the hashing course from my prerequisite course. If you have not done it, you're not going to understand it. You need to do that course. And if you are a total beginner in DSA, then I will give you some other resources if you are beginner in DSA coding. But I will make you get the 51 LPA package. Don't worry. So f of A is equal to f of B, f of C equal to f of D. So 0 to 3 is a valid substring. So you will count it as a valid substring. 0 to 3 is a valid substring. Is 0 to 4 a valid substring? No. 0 to 4 is not valid. Because if you take 0 to 4, frequency of C becomes 1. And frequency of D in 0 to 4 is 0. So that's not correct. Is 0 to 5 a valid substring? Yes. Why? Because here FA is equal to FB and friends. Okay, and FC is equal to FD. FD, fixed deposit. Frequency of C is 1, frequency of D is also 1. So 0 to 5 is also a valid substring. So how many valid substring are there in AABBCD? Currently we are able to detect 2 valid substrings. Obviously there can be more and there are more. There is one more valid substring. One valid substring which I can see is 1 comma 2. 1 comma 2 is a valid substring. Why? Because 1 comma 2 only involves A and B, right? A coming one time, B coming one time. So it's a valid substring. Apart from that, I personally think, okay, 1 comma 2 is valid and 4 comma 5 is also valid. 4 comma 5 is also valid. Okay. 4 comma 5 is also valid. You can see. So these four, so basically the output for this will be 4. Okay. It can be higher than that if there are more valid substrings. But for now in the question, you can see that how we detect a string is valid or not. So guys, what will be the brute force solution for it? Brute force solution is going to be very easy. Like I have written it here. You have to find the count of substrings in a string which are valid. If you observe carefully, we can see that a substring is valid if and only if frequency of A equal to frequency of B and frequency of C is equal to frequency of D. Where f of care should tell you what is the frequency of that character in that string I to j. Brute force is nothing but, guys, you will iterate all the substrings in O of n square time. It is going to take O of n square time and you will keep track of f of A, f of B, f of C, f of D. Okay. So you just need to make sure f of A is equal to f of B and f of C is equal to f of D. Okay. Like basically for this code, I think I used AI. So even though this condition was not written correctly, the ChatGPT was able to detect it. So really nice. I'm going to upload the Java Python codes also. Though I have written so many things in this document that AI must have realized, okay, what's happening because above we told now that the permutation should be like this. So yeah, to make this video quickly, this code is written by AI, but don't worry, it's simple to understand. Like I is going from 0 and we are iterating all the substrings I to j. Now if this is A, I will do fa plus plus or fb plus plus or fc plus plus or fd plus plus. Now guys, when you are inside these two nested for loops, O of n here, O of n here, n square, if the frequency of A is equal to frequency of B, you can feel it in your heart and in your mind. And if this is this, then this is a valid substring. You need to count this substring answer equal to answer plus 1. In O of n square, the solution is done. Now guys, how do we optimize it? Optimization. So optimize, see, O of n square solution is clear. You will just check all the substrings, right? Like let's say your string is looking like this. Your I pointer will point to 0, j pointer will point to 0. Then you will check all the substrings starting at 0. Then your j will point at 1. So you will be having the frequency of all characters from 0 to 1. Then your j will be pointing 2. So you will be having data of everything from 0 to 2. Then your j will point to 3. You will having all the data from 0 to 3. Like this. Once your j reaches the end, you will move the I pointer I equal to 1. Now you will check, now I equal to 1 and j again equal to 1 because j have reached the end n minus 1. Now you will check all the substrings starting at index 1, which is 1, 1, comma 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, like this. That's what we have done in this code. See, I equal to 0, I less than n, and then j always start at side and go till n minus 1. Once it hits n minus 1, this loops you are out, and then I plus plus, and then j again from there. Now, how to optimize it? Optimization is a very standard DSA trick. It is taught in my hashing prefix suffix course, prerequisite course. The 851-hour course is just too big and brilliant. But even in my prerequisite course, session 6, it's a baller. Session 6. So if I open this prerequisite course, in the session 6 of hashing prefix suffix, mainly hashing here, you need to watch this video, go through this document, and you will understand what is the trick. The trick is that let's try to solve the easy version. Well, the easy version is going to be, let's say the string only contains A and B. The string only contains A and B. Then what will you do? You will replace all the A by -1 and all the B by +1, and then see the magic. A, B, B, A, B. Replace all the A by -1 in this array. -1, -1, B by +1, +1, +1, A by -1 and B by +1. Now what's going to happen? You have converted the string to an array. Wow! So you have converted the string to an array. Now what are we going to do? In this array, you just have to find the count of subarrays. You need to find the... Okay, Rubrik hiring going on. Okay, this is a nice group. Great job, Aman Chaudhary. Now, we are also going to post this hiring. Guys, now you have this array -1, -1, +1, +1, -1, +1. You need to count you need the count of subarrays. You need to count the subarrays whose sum is 0. Why, guys? Because the subarray sum can be 0 only if you only use your brain. Now, -1, -1, 1, 1, -1, 1. When can the subarray sum be 0? Only when my frequency of -1 is equal to frequency of 1. And this is a standard hashing problem. You can just use a hash map and be done with it. Now, I am not going to explain it in this video. You need to, if you're a beginner, start watching from here. You come to session 6. In session 6, it is taught how to find the number of subarrays with a particular sum. In our question, we have to replace A by -1, B by +1, and then we have to find the number of subarrays whose sum is exactly 0, which is can be done in O of n time using a hash map. Prefix sum hash map. That's it. That's it. So the easy version solution must be clear to you. For example, you only think now in this array which subarrays have sum 0. This subarray has sum 0. So this is one valid subarray. -1 coming 2 times, -1, -1, +1, +1, 0. This subarray, I can see a second valid subarray as well. Apart from that, okay, grow intern. Great job. Great job, Aman Chaudhary. Now, so two valid subarrays I can see. I can see this one also. And I can see this third valid subarray also. Now I can see this is also fully valid, right? Because there are 3 -1s and 3 +1s. So its sum is also going to come to 0. So guys, we have solved the easy version. Easy version is the version when the string only has A and B. Okay. When the string only has A and B, we have solved the problem, right? Replace A by -1, B by +1, and just now find the count of subarrays. You now need to find the count of subarrays. You need to find the count of subarrays whose sum is 0, which is a standard hashing problem. You can go through it. Real version is difficult. In real version, C and D is also there. So if you try to use the same trick, you might fail. A equal to -1, B equal to 1, C equal to 1, and C equal to -1. Sorry, baby, Ram Ram. Love you all, guys. C equal to minus 1 and D equal to 1. So now what to do? Okay, let's say I give you A, B, C, D and you try to use the old trick again. Well, A minus 1 plus 1, C is minus 1 and D is plus 1. So how many subarrays are valid? This is valid, right? Yes, AB is valid. The sum is 0. This is valid, right? Yes, this is valid. Even this is valid, right? Because the sum is 0, right? Yes. It's working great. But it can fail in a very simple case, which is AD. Now, your A is minus 1, B is plus 1. So basically, they both are neutralizing each other in the subarrays. The plus 1 neutralizing the minus 1. Okay? The minus 1 neutralizing plus 1. Whatever you want to say. The plus 1 neutralizing minus 1. Okay! C is minus 1 and D is plus 1. So, in the subarray, when there are equal number of C's and D's, they both are neutralizing each other. But what if your array or subarray has A and D also together? Now, A looks like minus 1 and D looks like plus 1. So, your algorithm will say, yes, this subarray has some 0. So, it will count AD as valid as well. Which is not good. It should not happen, guys. AD is not valid actually. That's it. That's the crux of the whole problem. So, what are we supposed to do? Why is it problem is happening? Because D is plus 1, so D is going to neutralize A as well. Got the point? A is neutralizing B, C is neutralizing D. But D is neutralizing A and C is neutralizing B also because C is minus 1. So C is going to neutralize B as well. So all logic will start failing. So now what we do? Do we sit and cry? No. So now what do we do? Like the problem is it worked in A and B because A and B are bipolar opposites. A is minus 1, B is plus 1. Only they both can neutralize each other. There is no problem actually. Yeah, today I posted this code meme, guys. You can check. It's such a great problem. Okay. Thank you, Jaideep Shikawat. Yeah, I also got World Rank 91, in the Lead Code Weekly contest and have reached Guardian status on Lead Code. I think it's 2100 plus rating. Okay. Like I did reach 2100 plus once upon a time, but still it was not making me Guardian. Then I had to cross something like 2167 or something to reach Guardian, I think. Hopefully I will reach 2300, 2400, 2500 as well. With God's help. So guys, now what to do? Now other trick which can come in your mind is, sir, what if I take A as minus 1, B as plus 1, C as another number? Yes, that's a great idea. That's a step in the right direction, baby. Now you can say that, sir, now only A can neutralize B in the subarrays and only C can neutralize D. Why? Because D is plus 2. So A cannot fight D anymore, right? Correct. Like this is actually going to help you. Why? Because now if you take AD, A will come as minus 1 and D will come as plus 2. Now this subarray sum is not equal to 0. So it will not be counted as a subarray sum equal to 0. Now the subarray sum is coming as 1. So, but it can still fail. Why? Because D can be neutralized by two occurrences of A. 2 times A. If you put 2 times A minus 2 plus 2. If I make this subarray, so like A. Now what's going to happen in your algorithm, that your algorithm will think A is minus 1, A is minus 1, this is plus 2. So 2 minus 1 minus 1, okay, 0. Now the problem comes up, baby, as you can see in this video. So will be called as a valid subarray or a valid substring, which is not valid actually. So what should you do now? You're totally trapped. The trick, the efficient solution DSA math trick. This is explained here to you, and many similar problems like this are in the course as well. So please try to join the course and training if you want to really become strong like my students. Now, what you can do is you can check DSA plus math trick is that you need to check the maximum size of the string. Maximum size of the string is 4 into 10 raised to 5, right? If I try to show it to you, it's given. Okay, I have not put the image of the maximum size in the string, but I will upload it later here. The maximum size of the string is 4 into 10 raised to 5. So what you can do is, you can declare C any number which is greater than the size of the string. Then the problem will never happen. C, you can take it as 10 raised to 6 minus 10 raised to 6. And D, you can take it as C, you can take it as, and D, you can take it as plus 10 raised to 6. Now the problem will never happen. Why? Now, in any valid subarray like this, A, B, C, D, this is minus 1, this is plus 1. So only A can neutralize B. C is minus 10 raised to 6, so it can only neutralize D. D can never neutralize A. Why? Why? Because to neutralize D, there needs to be 10 raised to 6 occurrences of A. This A needs to come, if there is, let's say, one time D, this is 10 raised to 6, right? So these, if there are regular A's, these needs to come 10 raised to 6 times, then they will give you minus 10 raised to 6 effect, right? But A can never come in the string for 10 raised to 6 times. Why? Because the maximum size of the string is 4 into 10 raised to 5. So if I assign C and D a number bigger than 4 into 10 raised to 5, A can never neutralize D, and similarly C can never neutralize B, because if I write a single C here, you need 10 raised to 6 occurrences of B, because C is what? Minus 10 raised to 6. B is what? Plus 1. So it needs to come 10 raised to 6 times to neutralize it. So B can also never come 10 raised to 6 times. Such a godly trick, man. I hope you love this session. There are other ways to solve this problem, but this is the shortest way. This was the second question termed as hard question in Amazon way. People were facing issues with it, but you just had to use this small trick and you're done. All the best. Ram Ram. I'm going to upload the Java Python codes also, and please like, share, subscribe. And if you want the Amazon SD intern interview problems which I recently asked on August, September, or SD1 interview problems asked in August, September, do let me know. God is always with you. Please have faith in God, good health, good mindset. Ram Ram.